What is good, guys? It's your boy Darian, back at it again with another review. And today we're gonna review Childish Gambino, Atavista, man. Now, if you do not know about the 31520, which is still on his channel at least, by the way, go check out Childish Gambino 31520. That was the original for this album, and he basically just remade it 4 years later with a decent amount of new tracks, and the mixing has been changed a lot. And he definitely put his two tails on, I think, every track on this album. So it's completely, it's not completely, but it's for the most part pretty much different from the original. And let's get into what I think about it. So, starting off, Atavista has probably the best production in my eyes, the whole album. And the worst part about it is, I don't like Childish Gambino on it. His singing is so mediocre. I mean, honestly, I just felt like he just absolutely did this whole beat injustice, with the way he was just flowing and just singing and trying to have melody and vocal cords and all that. It did not sound good. And I think the worst part is the production was so fucking good. Like, it was so good. And it did not hit. It did not fucking hit. And it sucks. But it happens. Algorithm, again, like I said, it sounds different from the original. I don't know what he did. I guess he just actually used mixing, and I think his voice in all of these literally sounds more polished, at least. But the thing I don't like about it is that, I still like Algorithm because it's in my best tracks. But the thing, what I like about the original Algorithm is that it was super for its time. I think the bad mixing worked because it was 2020, COVID happened, and everything was just fucking weird. And I think this album helped me a lot in terms of like having some sort of weird, like, non-mixing album that made, I don't know, for me, just it was better. But yeah. And sadly, I really do go deep into that in terms of what I thought was better with Time featuring Ariana Grande. Now, people might say it's better, and people might say he finally mixed everything. Me, personally, just a me thing, I think he ruined Time featuring Ariana Grande, man. I get it. We can finally hear Ariana Grande's voice. We can finally hear his voice. But what made Time so good to me is the fact that it was robotic and robust, and I couldn't really hear Ariana's voice completely. And she felt like a robot in it. And for the time that he dropped it, it was perfect. For 2020 COVID, it made that song so good. It made it so powerful to me because it's like, dude, what are we doing? What's the time that we're living right now? It felt very like, imaginative and very like, it kind of showed the prediction of 2020. Just, it felt right when he dropped it, and now he just kind of ruined it for me because it's like, oh, now it's polished, now it's like, quote unquote, actually good mixing, and his voice sounds better, and the production's kind of switched up a little bit. It's not as the same production as it was before, but he's kind of fucking around with the production now. It's just, it doesn't sound the same, and I just don't like it anymore. I don't like it. I like the original, man. I'm sorry. I guess I like bad mixing, dude. Sorry. Silokbe, featuring 21 Savage Inc. and Katja Benet. Now, believe it or not, it's not just me saying this, but people said this one and To Be Hunted were worse. They like the originals better. I actually went to the Childish Gambino Reddit. So there's a decent amount of people that are kind of with me here and there. I personally still like both of them. I think Siluk Bay still... The only thing that I don't like about it as much as I like the original more is... with I think it was either Ink or Kaja Bonet, that towards the end they were so much more like they were like crazy, like in your face, like the sound was so high and it sounded so fucking like awesome, but now it's like really low toned and you have to turn it all the way up to even hear a decent amount of them, and it's kind of like he clearly like just put that way lower, which is it doesn't hurt completely. It's just I like the hype around both of those features. And I guess the 21 Savage verse got re-recorded, so he doesn't say the same things as the original, so that kind of sucks, I guess, but I still like it. To Be Hunted, I still like it. I think it's still good. I actually like To Be Hunted a little bit more than the original, even though maybe people might not like... originally it was 2419, I think. If not, it was the other one. But yeah, I still like it. I think what he did towards the end was nice. I think the original. What I had the problem with the original is it was so repetitive. Like um, it was just the chorus, which I mean, it still is just the chorus, but towards the end, he kind of layers it out with more production instead of it just being the chorus, which is smart in my eyes because it felt very repetitive and it felt like it was just the chorus that you enjoyed about till 2419. But he kind of drowned it out with production, so I like it a little bit more. Sweet Thing featuring Summer Walker probably is the best track on this album, and to me, I made me like Sweet Thing way more. Um, because of the fact that I don't know, I felt like Sweet Thing was just once again it was kind of like To Be Hunted. It was just the chorus, but his voice sounds way more sweet. Pause. It sounds way more sweet on this thing, and it sound the production sounds good. Overall, I think he did an amazing job with it. I don't know what he did, but he made his voice sound so much more like lovable, I guess. And the feature from Sweet Summer Walker was so unnecessary. I don't know why the fuck she's featured. She just talked. She did. I guess she did one part in Sweet Thing where she wasn't a part of it, and she like was in it for like at least maybe 30 seconds at most, or maybe 15. I don't know. It was really short. So she just didn't have to be a part of it. I don't know what her point was there, but overall, it's still a really good track. Littlefoot Bigfoot featuring Young Nudie. I still like the track. But I like the original more. But I'll say Young Nudie doesn't ruin it. Do I think he helps it? I don't know. I don't know how much time I'm gonna go back to that song, honestly. Because I already kind of washed out and replayed the fuck out of 31520 for at least a good maybe 1 or 2 years already. I went back to that album a lot. So I kind of already drowned that out. So I kind of don't want to go back to this one because it's basically the same thing, but well, you'll see the end of my review. But yeah, overall, basically the first part is Littlefoot. The second part, Bigfoot, is Young Nudie. Um, it's a weird beat switch to Young Nudie's part. I don't really like it, but at the same time, I don't hate it. But I don't love it, so I'm just okay with it, I guess. Why Go to the Party is an interlude. Cool. Human Sacrifice is the new track off this album. I like it. I think Gambino's voice could be way better on it, though. But I don't think it's bad. I actually think it's pretty good. And, it's honestly a really good track. Maybe I gotta replay it a little bit more off the album because it's new and it's awesome. Final Church is still amazing. Oh my god, I love Final Church. I'm so happy he did mess with it, sadly, but he didn't ruin it, and that's what I basically was asking for the rest. Like after Time featuring Ariana Grande, I'm not gonna lie to you, every single track I'm just praying, just hoping that this man did not touch them, because it's just like, please don't touch it to ruin it no more, man. You already ruined Time for me. Don't do this to me. And he didn't ruin Final Church. And that was a good track as well. The Violence, I previously never liked the track when it was first on the 31520. I still really don't like it. I think he added the voice of one of his children to it. I don't know if that was originally on that, but maybe it originally was. I don't like it still. It's just a whatever track to me. It didn't do much for me. Now, some changes from the original. He took out Feels Like Summer, and he took out, I guess they call it, I think 39 or 3222. It was basically this track that was insanely Kanye Yeezus vibe, where it was him just going completely psycho crazy mode. Like, imagine a caveman going and it's just a bunch of production on the track. It was just super weird and fucking like cult weird esque fucking sacrifice type of thing. It was just absolutely bonkers. I love it though, but it was that type of vibe. Um, and he took that one, and Feels Like Summer out, which sucks because I think those added to the album. Even though Feels Like Summer, I understand why he took that one out specifically because of the fact that it's on a summer pack, and that's originally where it should probably be. I'm assuming that's what he made with that move. I don't understand why he took the other one out though, unless Human Sacrifice is supposed to be probably is the replacement for that crazy ass track in terms of, yeah, it was literally a human sacrifice the way it sounded, which kind of makes no sense because the track that I'm talking about sounds way more Human Sacrifice than this track, but this Human Sacrifice track just sounds like a nice, good, enjoyable track, but it's nothing crazy in terms of the theme of a human sacrifice. So I don't know. I don't know. But overall, though, my rating for the album is a 7 out of 10. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna be honest. I like the original way more. I think for the time that he put it out was really good. I don't know if he's gotten scared or if someone at the label was like, dude, you should have put out, you gotta put it out now. Or he saw the Needle Drops interview, because who knows, man, these artists do be learning, do be, watching what the media says. And maybe the critically acclaimed 31520 was really trashed upon, and he was like, you know what, F that. 4 years later, I'm gonna re-release it, and I'm gonna take that joint off, and you're gonna give me my fucking kudos, and I'm gonna get a good rating, in which case, cool. I mean, if you're really scared of the media, do you. I mean, if you're that scared, go ahead, be a loser. No offense, I just think that's some loser type shit. Um, you know, your fans probably loved the ones that did, loved 31520. I personally did. I like it more than this one. I'm just being honest. It's just a me thing, but you know, to each their own. Let me know what you guys liked. This one, 31520, if you even listen to 31520, if you're liking this one, hey, at least people get something out of it. Me personally, I've already replayed most of this, so I really don't care. But maybe I'll replay Human Sacrifice. Who knows?